Had to run some errands this morning, just getting to the desk. I like what happened yesterday where I had 3 videos done early in the day, so I might only do 1 segment today, and then tomorrow try to repeat what occurred yesterday. However, the topic that we will cover today is a pretty good one. Let's get started. So let me thank my buddy Noriyuki Works once again for the news tip on this topic. What we have here is a comment that was made in English, making some statements about the gaming industry, then getting translated to Japanese and Japanese people responding to it. So what you have here on screen is the comment translated to Japanese. I also have it pulled up on another tab here on DeepL, and here's what it says. Western game developers strive to create a work of art, something meaningful, something that will stay in people's minds and hearts. It's an act of self-expression for them. Whether you agree or disagree with their views is irrelevant. So already let me stop there and just say this is such a terrible take in my opinion. I mean, we literally see the opposite from some of the top executives in the gaming industry. Continuing on, just like everyone else, they deserve a little respect for having an opinion all on their own. Asian developers make entertainment products, a ridiculous piece of ridiculous fun aimed at the lowest instincts. That is excitement over certain adult type of material, lots of violence, the expectation of reward fueled by casino-inspired dopamine tools suitable for mice and rabbits. The same nonsense flows backwards over and over. The same design, the same plot, the same cliches. Asian game devs are mere on-man drones working in fast food for the soul. And the Asian player is the same silly soulless drone they are, happy to swallow it over and over again. For Asians, every character must be a mere walking collection of fan service, not a virtual person per se, because characters are mere pixels to drool over, and to drool over on screen, essentially, is what it says. Serious lack of empathy. Please play the mess, you jerks. So that's the comment that the person in English made that then got translated to Japanese. Now we're on the same page, hopefully. Let me show you what some of the Japanese people are saying in response to that comment. As always, make of these translations what you will. Let's start with this first response. The second half is all off point. Asian developers are wondering why the characters in Western games are so ugly, and the typical issues are shifted. I assume that last part just means instead of providing a good product, so many people in the Western game industry are focused on shoving politics in your face or this sort of thing. Finally, they say, I also don't know what they meant by it's a work of art. I think it's up to elementary school students to argue with that. So, just kind of funny. From a Suteru, it's a bad argument. Political correctness is dying overseas. Persona 5, full of beautiful girls. Nier, selling better overseas. Another Nier comment, but foreigners love 2B. I heard that there were a lot of 2B mods at one time. I just gotta say, I've never played Nier Automata, but I have seen plenty of 2B fan art. And I think that there's still some good 2B fan art being made at this specific minute even. I say politically correct, but foreign paintings have been ugly and ugly for a long time, haven't they? So paintings, art, you get the memo. Have you guys seen, for example, that like I'm not Starfire thing? Oh my gosh, I didn't cover that, but it was pretty hilarious reading it. If a beautiful woman comes out, the Femi group will yell at me. Foreigner says 2B, Tifa. Oh, Skyrim? Make it beautiful with mods. So you can see a lot of them are countering by bringing up games that Westerners liked that certainly had appealing art styles that were, you know, more Japanese inspired or whatever. You get the point, right? So it's good. You see the Japanese people actually bringing up specific examples to bolster their argument as opposed to the original English comment that was just making just explicit remarks with really no data to back it up at all. Pretty typical. Here's another funny one. The Witcher 3 with a lot of beautiful women sells well. Cyberpunk, which has only an old woman or an ugly woman, can't sell in a month. There is no big difference between Japan and overseas. Anyways, I will wrap this one up here, however. I had to go through a bunch of comments, pick out the ones that translated pretty well for the most part so we could get the memo. Unfortunately, most of the comments, I have no idea what these people are talking about. Maybe one day I will learn Japanese. That would be pretty awesome. But thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you next time.